let me show you the soundbite of Pete and like the narrative that the media is trying to set, because yesterday, I mean, this is always a roller coaster, right? Like, it's an ebb and a flow in the media. You have great days, you have bad days. When you have bad days, people smell blood in the water, and then you have all these stories come out like, what about Ron DeSantis? I mean, it's just the same playbook over and over and over again. Well, today was a great day for Pete. The Trump transition team lifted the moratorium on media, and he's out there doing stand-up interviews. He sat down with Megyn Kelly. He walked into.
He was fantastic on Megyn Kelly.
Yeah, he was. I mean, that's the thing with Pete. He's very good at just talk about it. The truth is on our side here, is on his side. Listen to him talking about this. Are you going to step down? Are you going to step down? Like, why the hell are they even asking that question? But listen to this.
Have you had any conversations with the president-elect about replacing you with Governor DeSantis?
I spoke to the president-elect this morning. He said, keep going, keep fighting. Find your way.
So you're in this all the way.
Why would I back down? I've always been a fighter. I'm here for the more fighters. This personal passion for me.
You're not withdrawing your name from consideration, just to be clear.
I'm meeting all day with senators.
I know your mom was just on Fox. She says that you are a changed.
So,
you see what I'm talking about, though?
I mean, like,
you see what I'm talking about with the media? Do you see it?
What are you referring to? Just
piece of garbage.
Well, just the question. What do you mean you're in this to the end? Why wouldn't I be in this to the end?
What kind of line of questioning is that? Would you ever see her do that to Austin?
No.
Would you see her do it to Merrick Garland? Would you see her do it to Susan Rice?
No.
I mean, I could just rattle this off forever. Eric Holder, who once completely trashed the nation. I mean, we had public statements from that guy before his nomination. They were absolutely absurd. They made him seem like he was militantly anti-American, and he slid right through. Yeah. I mean, come on. This is, again, a big deal. It is a big deal. For everyone's like, oh, well, if we don't get this one. If you don't get this one, then you're a bunch of losers. You're just going to do this to everybody.
No, listen, you just brought up something that I'm glad you reminded me of. They already got Gates. If they get Pete, this is the hill. I'm not even
systematically dismantling your cabinet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not even going to say this is a hill that we've got to die on, because we're not going to die. We're going to win the damn fight. Like, this is the line, because if the deep state is able to tank Pete, then guess what? They're going to Cash, and then guess what? They're going to RFK, and then guess what? They will dismantle the Trump administration before he even gets in office. So Pete has got to be the line in the sand for us, my friend.
That's it. I mean, and look, the difference with Pete and Matt, and by the way, and that's the case, Pete and Cash are both in the same boat here. They're qualified to do this job. That's really what it comes down to. They're qualified to do this job. And outside, or barring something that is without question, and all of this stuff is, of course, with question, because it's anonymously sourced. It's nonsense. You have the guy's mother on television today. I mean, this is ridiculous.
I know.
Nobody should have to go through this, folks. This is ridiculous. All right. Barring anything that's without dispute, disqualifying, or something on their resume that puts in question whether or not they're qualified to do the job. Let's say, for instance, like Pete Buttigieg, all right, who was the mayor of a small city of which he did a terrible job.
He bankrupted the whole city.
Bro, there were miles and miles and miles of cargo ships off both of our main ports at one point. And yet, you ever see Lindsey Graham come out, or you ever see Tom Tillis come out, or Joni Ernst come out, or Lisa Murkowski, or Susan Collins, and like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have cast that vote. I mean, this is a charade, and I want people to treat it as such. This is an attempt to take away the government that you elected, and the president has always been longstanding, folks, entitled to the government that he wants, because he is your representative. You don't get to vote for any of these positions. You vote for the House, you vote for the Senate, you vote for local leaders, state and local leaders. You don't get to vote for the executive branch outside of the people's sovereign projection, which is the president. And that is really, when they're questioning Trump's, when they're questioning him being deserved to being allowed to have the cabinet that he desires, they're questioning your judgment. That's what they're doing. And they're not just going after
Wow.
Trump's government. They're questioning and trying to take away your government.